Windfall is a new Netflix film starring Jason Segel, Lily Collins, and Jesse Plemons. Or at least, I think. Siegel looks a little bit like Ryan Gosling there on the poster, and the title is blocking Jesse Plemons' face. So this is a home invasion film where a billionaire tech giant, played by Jesse Plemons and his wife Lily Collins, go for a weekend getaway at a vacation home where they're held at gunpoint by intruder Jason Segel. The film is directed by Charlie McDowell, with a script that's got a co-story credit from Siegel, and is co-written by 7 and 8mm Andrew Kevin Walker. And you know, it's kinda hard to do a home invasion movie now. Not that you can't, it's just that there's so many of them that it's a little hard for them to stand out without turning out just mediocre or kind of familiar. But here, no, overall it's a pretty good flick. I didn't see the trailer for it, so I did really like how the movie opens with Siegel just sitting around this fancy house, having orange juice, taking a piss in the shower. I honestly thought he was the billionaire, until, oh shit, the couple has arrived. The movie isn't so much a straight-up thriller, even though there's definitely suspenseful moments, but it does also have humor to it, without it being a straight-up comedy as well. The cast all works good together. It's a bit more of a serious role for Jason Segel, but he does still have plenty of humor or relatable moments in it. It's not like a wildly against type role, nowhere near as dark as, say, Kevin James and Becky. I do like how the movie realistically plays out in the first couple of acts. Siegel gets about $5,000, heads out, and is like, oh crap, there's a camera. Well, guess I gotta go back. And while I'm back, maybe I'll just ask for several $1 million. There's a funny back and forth he and Plemons have, where Jesse Plemons is like, no, trust me, I'm around money all the time. You can't just bag up millions of dollars. It won't fit and it'll be really heavy. Even when they're able to arrange a money drop, they point out how this logistically will take time, so they have about 36 hours to kill before the money shows up. And like you do when you gotta wait around for a long time, small talk happens. There's moments where they'll be referencing the Matt Helm movies, or sitting around a fire, or just having some drinks and watching Three Amigos on a big screen in the back patio. But again, there are surprising turns that it takes, and there are bits where the suspense is definitely there, still mixed in with some weirdly funny parts, like having to hide in the bedroom from the gardener and being annoyed by all the gardening noises. The camera work is solid. It's not an over-stylized film, but they do a great job of picking their shots to make it engaging, especially since it's essentially a bottle film. Even the musical score is kinda cool, with a lot of this incidental type music that you'd hear in an old Hollywood crime thriller. It's not perfect by any means. When it gets to the halfway point, there are moments where a scene will drag on for a little bit. And there's a lot of scenes where their arguing works, but then there's a few times when it gets a little too on the nose, like you're watching two people argue online. And I don't know how much the ending works. It's a choice, I'll give it that, and it's not a by-the-numbers ending. Overall, I'll give it a B. It sort of feels like a COVID-era movie. Not that it's about it, it doesn't even reference it, but more like a producer was like, okay, we need to make a movie. Is there any script we have floating around that only has like 3 people in it? And stay tuned because we'll have reviews coming up for Ty West's X and The Outfit, and we'll see you next time.